spent most of my adult life spending with abandon. Whatever I wanted, I bought almost immediately. I was racking up credit card debt like crazy. And then something changed when I turned 30 that made me completely reevaluate how I was spending my money. Hi, my name's Caitlin. Welcome to my channel. 31-year-old woman living part-time in Canada and in Istanbul. This is a space where I talk about finding inner peace, frugal living, minimalism, and mindset. If that sounds appealing, click the subscribe button and follow along. I'm sorry if my voice cracks a little bit throughout the video. I live by myself and I have social anxiety, so bear with me. I'm going to talk about why I live so frugally and the benefits that I've seen since kind of adopting a newer frugal lifestyle. The first one is, well, it was necessary. When I turned 30, I realized that I was living completely unsustainably. I had an insane amount of tax debt that I was not keeping up with, and I actually at one point thought I was going to have to declare bankruptcy. So after making a budget for the first time in my life, I kind of became addicted to it. I don't know, I found it to be such a relief to have this kind of newfound structure in my life, and that's why I kept going. But the second reason why I live frugally is because I find it very empowering. Using my budget, which is the Every Dollar app, I know that's kind of problematic, but it works for me. It has helped me to gamify saving, and knowing exactly where my money is going means that I can breathe a little bit easier. I know that I'm doing a good job when I have money left over at the end of the month, and I just feel more in control of where my money's going and how I'm spending it. The third reason that I live frugally is because it brings me a true sense of inner peace. Now, this kind of ties back to my last point, but when you're spending like I was, and I'm also a freelance writer, so my income is very sporadic. I never know exactly when or how much I'm going to be getting paid, and every month I have to go out and find those dollars. So spending sporadically like I was led me to always feeling stressed about money, and I think that's why I got into all of the tax debt in the first place, because I kept telling myself, oh, I'll just spend this money now and I'll save for my taxes in the future, which does not work. You will get in trouble doing that. So living frugally and focusing on living beyond my means has helped me gain a sense of inner peace where I don't have to feel like I'm out of control or my spending is just like something that I have to work all the time to keep up with. Knowing that I'm spending less than I have coming in every month has been so good for my mental health. I feel like I have breathing room. I'm not constantly stressed about, where the checks are going to come from, and it's helped me a lot in that aspect as well. Number 4 is that it feels like a concrete path to financial freedom and just general freedom as well. I used to really subscribe to the idea of the FIRE movement, so financial independence, retire early, and I still am a big fan of that. But there's one aspect of that called barista FIRE, which is basically like you have enough money to live comfortably, but you still have to work a little bit to maintain your lifestyle. So hence, being a barista or whatever other part-time work you have going on. And I feel like living below my means has really helped me see a path to that. So now that I only spend really on the basics, I don't have to, kill myself trying to find work. I'm able to say no to jobs that are not fulfilling when I want to. I still am trying to save money, but to cover my bases, I need a lot less money than I did when I was just out spending on, whatever dumb stuff I wanted in the moment. And the final reason that I live frugally is because it truly evokes a sense of self-confidence. I recently got out of a long-term relationship where I was not managing the money at all. I had no idea what bills we were paying, what the mortgage was. I just sent a fixed amount via e-transfer every month. And honestly, that made me feel kind of childish. And getting out of that relationship woke me up to what you actually need to do to be financially responsible. And it was kind of scary at first, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not proud to say that I was very ignorant to my finances and happy to just go along with what my partner was doing. I thought he knew a lot more than I did, so I was comfortable trusting him, but that was really doing myself a disservice because it turns out I did not feel confident in my finances at all. And as such, like I said, I was just spending uncontrollably because I didn't really know or care like to do the most responsible thing when I knew I had this kind of safety cushion. Realizing that I can take control of my finances, I can be responsible with my income even if it is sporadic, getting rid of all of these kind of like mental blocks as to why I was ignoring my finances, and realizing that I can live within my means and not have to be constantly chasing and worrying about money has given me so much self-confidence. I've proven to myself that I can take care of myself financially, even if I am, living on a very humble budget. It feels so much better than when I was spending on whatever I wanted, not knowing where my money was going or when it was coming in. Even though I live a much more humble life now, I find that I just feel so much more comfortable. I'm so impressed with myself for figuring it out, and I recommend that anyone who is considering living frugally really look into it, because depending on how your lifestyle was, it might feel like, you're cutting back on things that you love, but the self-growth and inner peace that comes with living within your means, and especially below your means, nothing beats it. I also want to say that this is coming from somebody who is lucky enough to make a decent income, so I'm never in a position where I can't find the money to cover my expenses like my bills or my food. So I'm child free and have family that would look out for me if anything happens. So when I'm talking about living frugally, it might look different for other people, and I just want to acknowledge that I'm very privileged when it comes to, my income sources and my ability to look after myself financially. Thank you so much for watching. If this resonated with you, I'd love for you to stick around. I am going to continue doing videos about, minimalism, frugality, mindset, and I'd love to see you in the next one. Thanks.